Good morning. It is still morning. It's 11 o'clock. Happy Christmas Eve. Happy Type 1 Tuesday. Merry Christmas. Tomorrow's Christmas Day. I'm doing this one a little bit late, just a couple reasons. First of all, I usually do them first thing in the morning, but it's Christmas Eve, and so we kind of had a lazy off-schedule morning. And to be honest, the second reason I'm kind of delaying is because I'm going to give you a glimpse into my thoughts this morning. And this wasn't where I was going to go with this. I was going to share something completely different today. This may not feel very Christmassy, but I thought that I've been emotional all day. So I thought maybe just a glimpse into where my heart is will give you a glimpse into the heart of a Type 1 parent. So, I think on Christmas, a lot of us are nostalgic, right? You start thinking about old Christmases, you start thinking about sweet Christmas memories. And that's part of the beauty of Christmas, is the reflection of the past. I told you this wasn't very Christmassy. When I think of our past Christmases, I can think of 8 Christmases where Molly wasn't a diabetic. I can think of 8 Christmases where on Christmas Eve we went to bed and just awaited the kids to wake us up in the morning, and now we go to bed on Christmas Eve and we wait for an alarm to sound to wake us up on Christmas morning, because Type 1 doesn't rest on Christmas Day. I wish it did. I remember filling stockings with candy when they were little, and now I feel stockings very differently. Even though I could give Molly candy, it just seems silly when she can't just eat it when she wants to. I am really grateful for 8 Christmases where she didn't have to think about Type 1. I have a lot of friends whose kids were diagnosed when they were really, really little, and they don't have Christmases to reflect back on where their kids weren't diabetic. And I had 8 beautiful Christmases with Molly where we weren't having to carry around a meter to Christmas Eve and worry about packing extra Skittles for, when we're traveling around going to people's houses. And so, in reflecting on Christmas this morning, there's a little bit of grief. And this is part of the Type 1 journey, I think, as a parent. We go through phases where we feel really strong and good about it, and then you go through, something happens and it's a wave of grief that kind of crashes over you that you weren't expecting. And that's what's happened to me this morning. So we will all suck it up. We'll have a great Christmas Eve. We'll have a great Christmas Day. I mean, there's so much to be joyful for, and I am. But it's just that little bit of nostalgia, and that takes me back to the Christmases before, where this wasn't on our radar, where packing to go to grandparents' house and spend the day away from home didn't include packing a medical backpack, and didn't include packing Skittles, and didn't include making sure we have enough test strips and batteries for a pump and a backup pump. And I'm grateful for all of those things. I'm grateful we have the supplies. I'm grateful for every ounce that we have. But it's just, there's those moments where it just crashes over you. And certainly today I was going to talk about something different for Type 1 Tuesday. But as I was driving in my car this morning by myself, I just started crying, and I thought, why am I crying? And it just kind of hit me as I'm thinking about past Christmases. They were just different. They were easier. And so sometimes when you mourn the grief of somebody, we as Type 1 parents tend to have waves of grief over the loss of things for our kids, of what we thought they would be. So I don't know if this makes any sense. I'm too emotional. But I had to do one because it's Type 1 Tuesday, and I promise I'll always do one on Tuesday. So anyway, I just wanted to give you a glimpse into my heart, because certainly this morning, as I just think about the past, it's overwhelming. It's a little bit of overwhelming joy for what's coming, but also grief for what has passed and what we endure and deal with. And so anyway, tonight, as you tuck your kiddos in bed, if your anticipation in the morning is waiting for a child to wake you up, be grateful. Because as I go to bed tonight, probably more than likely what will wake me up is an alarm of a high or a low. It's just the reality that we face. Like I said, diabetes doesn't rest on Christmas Eve. It doesn't rest on Christmas Day. And that's okay. It is what it is. But there are moments like this morning that kind of grief just washes over me, and I don't expect it. So anyway, happy Type 1 Tuesday. Happy Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas. Fight with us until Type 1 is Type none, because I know there's a lot of us for Christmas. Sorry. But if we could have one wish, it'd be for a cure for our kids. So, I didn't expect it to go this way. Happy Type 1 Tuesday. Merry Christmas. And please fight with us until Type 1 is Type none. I really am happy. It's just the thoughts. There's just thoughts today because it's, you know, that's what we do. Sometimes we think back and the grief is real. So, okay. I am happy. Merry Christmas. I love all you guys. I'm grateful for a tribe of people who fight with us and who endure with us and continue to seek a cure and to love my girl and make her world more gentle. That's always the goal for these. So God bless you. Merry Christmas. I hope everybody has a lovely day tomorrow with their families, and to my type 1 friends and families out there. Someday, hopefully, we'll get to celebrate with a cure for Christmas. Won't that be the best Christmas present ever? The year that happens. So Merry Christmas, guys. Love you. Happy Type 1 Tuesday.